Welcome to the first episode of Low-End PC Review. In these episodes I will be reviewing games on a low-end PC. Because some people might have a low-end PC and want to know how the game is and if they can run it. In these video I'll be reviewing 1. Performance 2. Gameplay and bugs 3. Sound and music 4. Game graphics. And today we be doing a review on ArmA Reforger. Here's the specs I'm running. GPU, NVIDIA GeForce GT 1030. CPU, AMD FX 63006 core processor. RAM, 16GB. Here's my video setting, everything lowest settings and render scale to 60%. Here's render scale 100%. Here's render scale 60%. As you can see it's very blurry, but with Fidelity FX Super Resolution 1.0 on, almost like 100% render scale. Now it isn't perfect, things from far away might look weird. Let's compare to the 100% render scale image. Now it's time for performance. Now keep in mind some of the bad performance is because of the recording which makes it have worse performance. Normal performance was 25 frames per second and at its best 42 frames per second, and worse 12 frames per second when not recording. This first clip is me testing performance in an open place, as open places gave me the best performance. Sad part is the frame rate is not showed in the clips, but it was around 51 to 36 frames per second. Next clip is in a town. In my test, places with lots of items caused most performance drops. 10 frames per second dropped in this towns. In the town it was 21 to 19 frames per second. When in rain and night frame rate dropped frame per seconds to 12 to 10 frames per second, when in a town. I think when not in a town the frame per seconds is 26 to 18. This clip is a day battle in the same town. Frame per second was 20 to 15, but when not recording I think the frame per second was 26 to 20. Next, gameplay. Guns killed fast and grenades and RPGs feels hard hitting. And the effects are great, with the grenade being more like a small fast deadly smoke, which is more like how a real grenade would look. The game has an in-game workshop for both Xbox and PC. The workshop already has a few mods. Small fences could be destroyed, but sadly houses can't. Whereas ArmA 3 lets you blow up all the buildings. Cars are really nice to drive and feels a lot better. It's harder to drive, but feels like you are driving a car and now your character changes gears, whereas ArmA 3 you just go max speed and it feels like you're on max gear from the start. This new ArmA now has an in-game VoIP and radio system which is nice. One thing I don't like so far is that there is not many vehicles. Here's all the vehicles. Humvee with guns, non-gun and camo, one truck for both USA and USSR with boxes, fuel and troop cargo. One car for the USSR with no guns, one BTR and a small Jeep for the US. Now here's all the vehicle in ArmA 3. This isn't counting all the other version of these vehicles. AI now cause way less lag, but is a lot more dumb. They miss shots all the time and will just walk right next to our enemy. Also AI cannot use vehicle. Almost all the vehicles have bugs, but most of all is the APC when you enter any vehicle in Game Master game mode. In every vehicle unless it's the APC or the USSR car, will turn only left after driving for a while. The APC will sink underground if shot by ARPG or even guns. When you start the Humvee or BTR, it might get stuck in the ground. In these clip I got all these bugs first try. Now time for the sound. All I can say is the sounds are masterclass. To the wind making trees move and wave louder and faster. Guns have echo when outdoors, but indoors are loud and crispy. You will see an explosion before you hear it. You can hear rain ding on a metal APC or when you're in a truck. One thing I don't like about the sound is the fact that you can't hear shells hit the ground. That's the only thing I don't like. Now it's time for the music. Well, the new remake for this game is great, but I don't think there's any way to hear it in game. Even on the lowest video settings, the game can look good. Rain on road will build up. Water will make your character's cloths wet. Nightlight looks really good. Lights only drop my frames a little. This only dropped my frame from 42 to 36 FPS. That's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it.